I wonder. They ban out
They
the
like the
Oracle.
lower bracket. It's fine.
That's true.
Yeah, it was IO Phoenix last time from Navi. So
I think so.
see if they do the same. And then it was Clockwork and Doom. Two heroes that they haven't necessarily been like spamming. They play a lot of Doom, I guess. And a lot of people ban Doom like first versus a Fly in the Moon as well. Now Navi, of course. So
Clockwork seems insane.
That one's worth
right now, though. I was watching Cinder in stream the other day, and he was spamming some Clockwork. And that hero just does so much. He's so tanky. He does a lot of damage. He's got crazy control. He takes over games, even in a support position.
He's like, one thing I like about him is how good his counter initiation is. Like, you always think about him like setting up kills and everything, but like if you're a little bit behind and they start like diving and like trying to force tier 1 towers when they're not necessarily like that much of a lead for them, and they don't have like this really good pushing element, Clockwork can be very good at turning those early fights around. Even if the clock dies, like even just that initial hookshot and cogs can do so much for the rest of your team.
Yep, absolutely. They ban out Mars instead, though. Another good team fighter, some great setup, solid laner. But
that leaves in the Phoenix too, is they actually remove the bat themselves. I guess because the Oracle ban, and they're worried that the bat will be the 4th overall pick on Navi. So,
but Phoenix is a fine opener. I don't think Navi is upset with this at all. Similar to the Clockwork, very well rounded. You've got sustainability, you've got control with all the attack speed slow, and big-time damage, of course.
So one thing that I saw 5-men doing a lot was if they saw the opening with the 8th pick, they would just go Venge into Arc Warden. Okay, that's not going to happen. But I did see it a couple times versus like these Phoenix openers too, because it's like the first hero to see to be like, okay, yeah, we could try our range draft. You know, we could do our Venge Arc Warden opener, kind of go crazy, but it looks like Nigma won't be heading that way this game.
Okay.
But they're definitely not averse to the first phase Arc Warden.
Yes, I was just going to say that. I don't think Tiny makes that any less of a possibility for Nigma.
They will not get their Mars, though, and that's part of why Nigma banned that out. They're like, sure, you can have Phoenix, but we're not giving you the double combo.
Yeah, although
they play a lot.
Surely there's other things that Phoenix can combo with, right? They grab Doom.
Their other big hero that they play a lot.
He can pick up an AoE War Stomp. That can help protect the egg. But another just great, well-rounded hero. Yeah,
but the Mars is just like a little too perfect, though. And as expected, there he is.
There it is. I've become recently fascinated with Arc Warden. I still haven't buckled down and practiced my Arc Warden spamming, but
he's still not quite figured out, you know? He's getting there. He's becoming way more popular in the competitive scene. But it's a hero that's just been largely ignored considering how strong he is. Like, of course, we've always had the teams that have just kind of always played it, like your EGs and your Nigmas, or like Secret with Ace back then too. But then there's probably entire like brand teams you'd recognize that have never played a single game of Arc Warden.
Yeah, oh yes, absolutely. And now that he's safe lane, I think that just opens up so much more potential for this hero, because when you're mid, you can get punished a lot when you have this mid laner that really just wants to be farming through the mid game. But when you put him on position 1, it's like one of the big weaknesses of this hero doesn't seem like such a big deal all of a sudden. And we've also seen some games where Arc Warden can actually do pretty well in the lane. Like the Arc Warden Enchantress comes to mind. That double slow can be pretty deadly. Couple of 5s. Pretty good.
Yeah, if you ever force the offlaner to be solo. Like if the 4 wants to rotate or needs to go help mid a little bit, then suddenly the Flux like comes into play.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, Flux is such a weird spell. It doesn't do anything if there's other stuff around. But if you find somebody like solo in the trees, it sets up Arc Warden to be an actual god. You know, he's a 1v1 god.
Die.
Yeah. But it's just such a weird spell to wrap my head around, that it's actually just mitigated by having a friend.
All right. What's our man playing with the Arc Warden? We got Undying still in versus double strength off lane. Yes, please.
That sounds pretty good. I still really like the Enchantress. I think that hero is also great on her own right. Has she fallen off a little bit? Why aren't we seeing Ench get any love?
No. I mean, she's still really popular in like even for this region. Like I saw when Navi were playing against Five Men, they were playing against the Ench from Five Men a lot.
Okay. Undying does seem pretty tempting, though. I'm having trouble coming up with a good counter argument.
Oh, they actually went for it.
It's the SAPPHIRE instead, so a different flavor as Void Spirit gets picked up for Na'Vi.
So they have not picked this hero into Phoenix lately. Because I was looking back, that was the first thing I checked when the Phoenix came out. It's like, okay, are they SAPPHIRE pickers? Because I know that I've seen Armen play it. Like when he first started standing in, they had picked it a couple times, and I remember it was even when it wasn't versus Phoenix. But then they seemed to go away from the hero. But I guess with the Doom in combination, they've decided they like it. Of course, you guys all know.
I'm into it.
She's pretty good versus Phoenix.
I would call it a hard counter versus the egg.
Yeah. Gets all scrambled.
It's pretty easy.
Now, I will say China has been a little bit crazy with the mid SAPPHIRE guys. Dota Pit China is coming up soon, I believe.
Whoa.
Listed. So
why? Not why is Dota Pit doing China? Why does SAPPHIRE go mid? What do you build?
Double bracer eggs or single bracer eggs.
Oh, you prioritize
and
the
you
eggs.
use it in combination with like any sort of good melee initiator. Like sometimes I've seen like Tide. I've seen like Ursa style heroes.
That's insane.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Wow.
But it's actually, if you hit someone with the gobble up, it guarantees you get like at least 2 of your ultis pretty much. Unless they have like a BKB blink or whatever, like a PA or something, you're going to follow up with a lot of Mortimer kisses.
That's really cool. That makes me want to watch some China. I've been out of the loop on Chinese Dota for a while, so thanks for the update, buddy. That's interesting. 2 snap picks, though. They grabbed the Nyx Assassin on Nigma and then a pretty quick PL for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the Nyx.
It can be nice against Doom, right? Scorched Earth.
Yeah, but it just makes me think that now the Tiny pretty much has to be mid.
Maybe it's the SAPPHIRE mid, Bobo.
Maybe. That's definitely possible.
You just hyped it up.
Yeah, but also we have V2 and PL, by the way, which was his signature hero, and he still hasn't been playing it because the hero's so bad, but finally he gets an Arc Ward game, which is like the one hero that people actually banned PL versus.
Yeah.
So I'm looking forward to watching V2 because this was his hero. I remember all those V2 and PL games. That's like how I envisioned this guy rising into like pro player status, like to be feared dude. Playing Phantom
Arc Warden generally doesn't like enemy carries that are good at closing the gap, and you can see from their bans, right? Spectre, Morphling, Void, all of them really good at getting right up in your face. Obviously, Chrono, very effective against Arc Warden. I like the PL here. Sinking Darkseer, both removed by Na'Vi, and Pangolier +1 to go still for Nigma. It will be last pick Nigma in this draft, so they will get the final choice to react.
Yeah, man, what do they do? Do they put this as like a 3 SAPPHIRE maybe?
There's no way it's a 3 Nyx, right? Is that like that's just crazy?
I don't see any point
because this hero used to kind of play core, but
I think that it's just too hard to set stuff up with Vendetta these days. It doesn't seem nearly as strong.
Well, you go Meteor Hammer, dog. Haven't you ever played Nyx?
Yeah, it's exactly. That's why I don't want him as a core. But I almost wonder if like a Grieve SAPPHIRE would be kind of okay. Play the 5 Nyx Assassin with the Arc Warden like Kuro kind of does, and then put the 4 Tiny and then pick a different mid hero.
I mean, that sounds okay, I guess.
Either way, they need to find something versus like PL, right? They don't really have great illusion clear right now. I'm thinking like an Ember or something along those lines.
And I mean, what are Na'Vi looking for a support here? Or is it a support Void Spirit and we need a mid?
I would say it's probably a 4. I think their draft looks fine.
You feel okay going with a Void Spirit kind of blind?
Yeah.
Mid?
Yeah, okay. For sure. He wins so many matchups.
But he doesn't win them all.
You got me there.
I don't know.
I mean, Roger can just kind of like play whatever. I mean, another like gap close would be kind of nice.
Kind of open at what, like an Earth Spirit kind of thing.
I mean, isn't Clock still in?
Clock is still in, yes.
I mean, that's like kind of
there
tempting.
It is. Yeah. Perfect.
That's a little shocking. First ban to 9th pick overall.
Okay.
Nice. All right, sweet draft. We got him, guys.
About a minute left for Nigma to make this final decision. And I guess it could still be Arc Warden mid, and they grab a safe laner here. We've been assuming this is 100% safe lane Arc Warden, but a lot of flexibility with these heroes.
Yeah, there's a ton of flexibility, a ton of lane potential, but I do like the fact they went with the Sand King and the Darkseer bans, because I feel like one of those two heroes could have made the other setups worth it. Like putting the mid tiny or whatever, and then just giving it like one of these classic MC heroes, especially versus the PL, getting the reflection, having the iron shells for like the Nyx and the tiny early would have been really good. Yeah,
the Darkseer especially enables the Nyx a lot, enables the tiny, even the Arc Warden. Down
I
to
feel like it would be like kind of a good Queen game if it wasn't for that Void Spirit matchup.
They go Timbersaw. Okay,
I still don't know who's taking what.
So Timber goes mid. That'll be Weehaw. Miracle grabs the Arc Warden. That should be safe lane, and it is going to be a Mind Control Tiny. So position 5 Snapfire for RMN, and GH will take the Nyx Assassin.
3 tiny.
So looking like a Nyx Tiny lane and a Snapfire Arc Warden safe lane for Nigma.
Oh, who dang. That Phoenix looks nice. Is that...
And Na'Vi, they've gone General on the Void Spirit and Iceberg on the Doom.
Oh, the mid Doom. Yeah, we didn't even talk about that.
So it's going to be mid Doom with a position 3 Void Spirit. That's a little
that's a good one.
So Doom versus Timbersaw. That's not a mid matchup you get to see too often. This will be a real treat for us.
Sounds kind of boring, though.
Well, yeah, actually, now that I think about it, probably won't be too many kills, but...
Again, regen. I'm going to go to the jungle a little bit.
I'm going to regen. I'm going to Scorched Earth.
Yep.
Okay, a Farm Fest mid. Well, Trent, which draft do you like better?
I like Navi's draft. I think I would rather have those heroes.
Yeah,
but it's Arc Warden. So
are you bold enough to call this a 2-0? PL versus Arc Warden? I think that's pretty nice for Navi, especially knowing that they like PL, right? That it's a carry that they're comfortable with. That gives me a little more confidence, because I do think PL can be hard to execute with.
All right, let me see. It's a Timber game. So how good is the Timbers game? That is all that matters. I mean, okay, maybe it's not as one size as it used to be, where like the hero heads have a good start, you just lose, but it still kind of is.
I don't know. I still kind of feel that way about the hero. I'm pretty cynical about Timbersaw picks. Too many of the games follow that textbook recipe of I do great in the lane, I do okay going into the mid game, and then we can't close it out before I fall off towards the late game. And it's like, it's just fragile. You get punished really hard for making those blunders in the mid game.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Navi. I think that it's more likely they win this game to me right now, after game 1, as well as with their heroes. But I can definitely see how Nigma do it. It comes down to Weehaw's start. Like, how good is his lane? How fast is he pressuring a tier 1 tower by just sitting behind it? That's always my good metric for a Timbersaw game. And how are the rotations to actually try and punish and kill him? Like, what is their Timbersaw damage right now? They have percent-based in the Phoenix. They're going to have the Doom, which is, of course, quite excellent. If he just gets doomed and Infernal Bladed with the extra max HP as damage, that's pretty painful.
That's a lot of damage. What is the build for Arc Warden? You go Midas, and yeah, Miracle wants it. Okay.
I guess it's not 100% at this point, though. Like, you'll get games without it, for sure.
Yeah.
Depending on the start. You might just see, like, the bots Mjolnir or whatever.
Just like a week and a half ago, I watched a video that was a guide titled "Making a Case for Why You Should Never Buy Midas on Arc Warden," and the whole thing was just buy fighting items like Mjolnir first that also let you farm, and you can take over the game and accelerate so much more because the Midas forces you to play kind of passive. You're so squishy, you have to jungle and stay off the map until you get that next item anyway. So it does have an opportunity cost. Obviously, super value with the mechanics of Tempest Double, but it does slow down your momentum from a map control perspective, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's still Midas on Arc Warden. It's still like really hard to not go for it. You know?
And it does put a little more
value.
pressure on you to, try to take objectives and maybe fight a little bit more, which is risky. So we shall see. I'm keeping eyes on this mid lane, Trent. Very exciting stuff. Looks good for Weehaw to get things started, though, because, I mean, what does Doom do against Timber? He walks up and immediately will take a whirling death. There's enough trees that Timber Chain can be a threat, and with the armor, like Weehaw can play pretty aggressive under the tower.
I've actually seen this matchup a couple times because of like the prominence of that Doom mid that we had for a while, and Timber was like a second phase ban most games. So sometimes when the hero popped up, what you might see is the early point in the Timber Chain, where you'll see Weehaw contesting that camp next to the Radiant side. Where he'll just be like playing the lane, and then Iceberg's going to be playing over there, so he's going to like Timber Chain over and try and pressure him away from that camp as much as he can.
Yeah, that's a good call. Timber, one of the better heroes for punishing that. Bottom lane, see Mind Control, putting some good pressure on already. Gets always want to fly rather low. Looks like GH has a big creep wave back towards the tier 3, actually, that he pulled into No Man's Land.
And look at this ward they put behind the tower, too, in mid. So they actually spot the fact that he's stacking that camp. And a lot of teams will de-ward that pillar when they have someone that relies on this camp, because they know that a lot of teams are going to be ready to try and like get vision over you. So they placed it back there because like no one's going to put a sentry there. It's like never going to get covered. Yeah,
that's pretty cool. And checking in up top, looks like Miracle's doing okay. Slightly more quiet lane. The Clockwork Void Spirit combo. Not as much fun for the Clockwork as usual. You'll see them try to get in onto Miracle, but those spark rates giving them some hurt. RMN going to get caught in the cogs, though, and will be the victim of the first blood. So Miracle fine. Unfortunately, Snapfire not able to make it out. She only has Scatter Blast. So
yeah, I couldn't tell there if he tried to tank that pull or not, but that was pretty punishing. Still just level 1. Giving some of that XP over to Miracle, I guess, huh?
Mid is a bloody disaster, though, Home Slice. 18-5 compared to 7-1 Doom. So, Iceberg and Strug City.
He does have that stack, though. As well as, like, he has Devour, so his gold will still be okay. But, yeah, he's not going to get, like, a super good Doom start. That's for sure. Yeah. And that's why it's all about the rotations. Because like at level 6, Weehaw's obviously going to go for the kill, right? He's a Timber Saw. So that's when someone else needs to be ready to come and help this guy. And Iceberg has the War Stomp for the attempted turnaround.
Kill and always want to fly. The double stun, GH Mind Control, too much. And now up top, another set of power cogs. Miracle, pretty low, but Roger, is he going to set up this kill? He's got it. The Arc Warden too weak in these early levels.
Weehaw's getting so low. If someone TP'd in here, he took the Timber Chain point. That's why he stuck around for so long. Oh, Weehaw's insane. Dude, he has War Stomp. Oh! BP, team?
Nothing. Iceberg needs to be a little careful here. Timber Chain.
He's like 8 seconds from Scorched Earth.
Now the Haste Rune.
The thing is, if someone rotated too, he still had Mango, Timber Chain, and TP, because like he has that ward. He would have seen them if they TP'd to the tier 1.
Yep, and he's got the Soul Ring. So
yeah, true.
Big XP gap, pretty much a full level lead now for the Timber Saw. And GH is just going to make the rotation.
Oh, he tried to pull mid. He's like, wait, that doesn't work, right?
GH just walks through. Bottom lane, Mind Control. He'll get chased down, I think. Yeah, there it is. Always want to fly. I'll have to take the kill.
Yeah, get some revenge. But they know that GH is just camping their bounty room. They even scan for it. So Roger will take the other one and now seize them on their obs. It's not going to get him. Tranquils mixes way too fast.
Still an odd state of affairs for Nigma, where obviously we're talking about this mid lane a lot, but the carries have a differential, and it is favoring the PL for sure. Arc Warden, a hero that can make a pretty good recovery, but he's not had the best lane. Now Roger is going to battle against 2, but actually doing a lot of damage to RMN. I don't know. This Clockwork's pretty darn tanky.
Whoa!
The Cookie gets sidestepped, but now Weehaw ready to join the party.
All right, nice juke. Made sure there wasn't a kill on Roger. It's probably okay with his stick and raindrops, but still look pretty.
860 HP on that Clockwork.
All right, so now what happens with Doom? How can Weehaw play? He definitely can't go down to like 30% HP again, or like 15% like he was last time.
Yeah, he was pushing it to the limit hard. Now you've got to respect the potential rotations as well.
And bottom, that's a blow up.
Yeah, always when a fly gonna fall. And up top, it looks like they are trying to set up. They find Miracle. Roger comes in, battery assault, Cogs, but they've got the Cookie.
The only downside to the Clockwork pick here
Yep.
is that they did have the Cookie ready for that.
Yeah.
Still super good though.
They had to start with the Aether Remnant, so they really had no CC follow-up.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Doom down bottom.
There's the Doom.
Yep, this will be an easy kill. 3-on-1. And remember, it is a mind control Tiny, not a support. And
yeah, but still, like, I don't know. This is classic Nigma, where they just sack MC to get something way more valuable. And in this case, it's the mid tower.
Radiant's middle
Like, do you think they care about that depth?
not relative to getting a free tier 1 tower. I mean, even an illusion rune to help him out. First item, Atos, coming out for Weehaw. Very cool.
That I'm a big fan of. The aggressive Timber build.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
And it's got a pretty nice build-up for Timber as well. You know, like double crown into the Staff of Wizardry, buff up that mana pool up top. Miracle again, maybe in some trouble, but the Cookie. Now Weehaw making the rotation, and they'll turn onto Raj. A counter kill in favor of Miracle.
At the Flux going to... Whoa, General!
Okay, does bring down Miracle. But will he have to pay with his life? Yes, indeed. RMN gets the shutdown. And I think he's pretty happy with that. Like, yeah, I died. That goes to a support. Miracle not getting anything out of that.
He got 2 charges on his urn, too.
GH also died down bottom while that was happening. So pretty good for Navi.
Yeah, that was a psychotic dive. That was into a Timber Saw like that. That was so risky with how much burst he has.
It's pretty crippling, though. Look at the Midas. He still doesn't have the recipe yet, so you're slowing down this Midas timing even more. I think that was a sick kill from General, honestly.
Oh, it was, for sure. It was insanely risky, though.
Yeah, high risk, super high reward.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
That puts Miracle mid here versus Iceberg. No Doom to worry about in terms of like rotation plays, but General's coming, and he's going to have the second charge on Astral back then, so they could try something here. Oh, so watch out for that vision, though.
Bottom lane, GH gets a nice stun. Burning down, though, and V-Tune should be able to finish him off. Actually going to be the Sunray that does it. Now top lane, Roger. 2-on-1 under the tower, big TP rotations. Doom is still on cooldown for 10. General, though, jumps in. RMN very low. They'll need one more. He'll fall.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, they just got Doom up.
Weehaw still makes it back in time. Yeah, afraid of TP rotations, and rightfully so.
Yeah, I mean, you still don't have Infernal Blades. You're only level 8, too, so you don't have that extra damage to help out.
And now they pull this lane swap. The Arc Warden takes over mid. He'll get his Midas delivered. And meanwhile, up top, Navi with 3. Looking to move in. Utilize this Doom, perhaps? No.
Too many heroes there. I think they're probably worried about more rotations like Armen being there.
Well, they got Snapfire coming. Rune's about to spawn. Bottom lane. Looks like they'll go to Tiny. And up top, there's going to be a battle. Iceberg will get 1. Cogs come out, but the Dire have the advantage. Nigma, superior number of heroes, and Roger gets popped.
Yeah, you saw Iceberg could have saved him by dooming the Timber, but they want to save it for an actual kill, not just stay like, oh, my Clockwork, you know, might die here.
And they got both runes anyway, so the runes were even. Probably not worth trying to save your clock. The Atos, I think, is also flying out on Weehaw right now. Yes, indeed.
DH has the Tome coming and just got an Invis rune, too.
Okay, that's pretty nice.
Double Vendetta here. All right, now will he steal this last hit, guys?
Oh. Very nice, GH.
Oh, goober.
Are fortified.
Now, this is where you instantly Vendetta, because he thinks that was Vendetta right now. Obviously, it was probably knows he wasn't level 5.
The old level 5 Vendetta. Yeah, those are my favorites. So Doom onto the Timber, and there's no follow-up. That's just a wasted Doom, Trent.
Oh, I actually didn't see how that started, but I'm guessing that was just because he was going to die or something.
No. As you can see, Iceberg's at full HP. Miracle, though, does get caught. Yeah, General Roger. They pop a hook shot, and they find Miracle, as well as a Tempest double. Now back up top, it's always on a fly that gets dove. But good trade around the map, favoring Na'Vi, obviously trading a support for a core.
Yeah, but also the fact they saw Void Spirit and Clockwork diving in their Arc Ward and gave them free presence to just take that tower with Doom being down. And now they have a pretty good window where Weehaw can play ultra aggressive. Like, he doesn't have to worry about the Doom.
Yep.
That Atos is so free, too. Just like instant death on Phoenix for sure. Or at least forcing the egg. And something that General's going to have to be pretty concerned about, too, is he wants to rush that Spirit Vessel.
Oh, okay. Like that a lot.
Thank you.
No Yules, though, early on. That'll be the one issue. We do see the Spirit Vessel quite a bit from like the off lane, for sure. But
he'll probably go Yule's
like,
second item, though, yeah?
Yeah, it's not usually like a super broken item here, but the Timber didn't go Yules, right? He went for the Atos instead, so there's no Dispel for Weehaw. Oh, unfortunate time to lag.
Yeah.
Kind of explains why Always on Fly wasn't moving, though. Yeah, because the Nyx like ran through the creeps.
Unfortunate. Hopefully he can reconnect. We'll see what happens. There is a Phoenix egg available, so this might not be that bad for Na'Vi. They've got some reinforcements nearby.
Yeah, there's War Stomp and Hookshot too, so they actually could turn this.
If anything, this was like kind of bad for Na'Vi. I feel like they might have just been baiting here with like how these two are moving in and how forward Always on a Fly was.
Well, here we go. The resume. Eggs straight away just to play it safe. General comes in, and they still get Weehaw, though. They toss him back. He is stunned up. They need more damage. He'll burn down slowly, and the Sunray will secure it. Now back to the other side. It's GH. He's low, but stuck inside of the cogs. He's going to go down. 2 dead on the side of Nigma, but now Miracle's here. Counter kill. Always want to fly falls. A more counter initiation. Iceberg gets low, but it's costing mind control quite a bit. As long as Miracle can stay healthy in the back line, there might be a chance for Nigma, but V-Tune comes in to bring down mind control. Now that's 3 on the sideline. Miracle, they close the gap. They'll need a little bit more, and V-Tune, he's got it. Phantom Lance as he doppelgangers in. Miracle getting chased deep. How much are they going to commit to this?
Nah, he can't topple him again. He wants to.
Too many respawns, and now Roger will be the one left behind. Not a huge loss for Na'Vi, but
that missed hook shot. He went super greedy because like the Snapfire was still smoked, and he tried to go like on the angle of I think where the Mortimer kisses were coming from to try and hit the hook shot, but she was just way far back because you know Snapfire can do that. Okay, this is the second game of a row where Nigma keep placing this ward. This mid one in between the trees. It's very unusual. Now we are just gonna cut it all down. That's hilarious.
I mean, is that part of the strat? You put the wards here, you know that you've got somebody that can deforest it.
And I think it's because they were like kind of pushing in there and you
want to see TPs and anybody hiding in the trees?
I had it there before though.
Huh.
I'm pretty sure the tower's been dead a long time, so.
Miracle up top. Nice Tempest double, but there's a hook shot from over the tree line, and without the cookie, Miracle's left with an empty tummy. And another death. They'll also kill the Tempest double for some extra gold. The PL, now the Diffusal Blade, he is starting to come online. Ready to fight, and going for the Hooded Defiance next. I like this kind of a build on PL, Roger going to get caught in the tree line. He'll be brought down by GH. But
that was a really good kill because I thought he was going to actually survive there.
Yeah, we'll see if they're probably going to get GH in return. So still favoring
Courier?
Navi.
Oh, well, maybe with the bonus to get it, but
this is cool though. This lets B-Tune actually play kind of aggressive on PL. You've got all the 17 HP regen. Damn significant.
Yeah, that's like one of the best feeling builds if you can get away with it on PL. It's like getting that casual hood.
Yeah.
That became so popular the last time he was like super meta.
And they've got plenty of magic damage on Nigma to make it worth it.
Yeah, now he just goes for your typical Manta, and he's one happy Lancer.
Wihan RMN rotating through the jungle, maybe looking for a gank, but not going to find it. 2 wards here in the mid. The one we talked about before, and another one right outside of this hard camp. Probably signifying that Nigma are on the hunt, and they do catch Iceberg mid. Do they have the damage, though? GH is on the way, and they're going to need it. Carapace sets it up. Hookshot can be off the mark from Roger. General now getting brought down low, but they've got a lot onto Weehaw. He is still doomed up, and he should fall. Now RMN, he's probably going to go down. The egg almost baits him in a little bit, but can't get off the little shredder. And ends up being another good fight for Na'Vi.
Yeah, I mean, they almost got Iceberg out of there, too, if it wasn't for that Carapace, because he was going to start regenning up real quick with that Scorched Earth.
Yeah. And that was also with another missed hook shot.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
I think generally, whenever Doom can get his ultimate off before dying, he's still okay to die. You know? You did your job.
Dude, that Carapace.
B-Tune. Oh, he's so low, but the Hooded Defiance, it keeps him alive. The magic damage isn't enough, and now General, he's in super deep, trying to find Miracle, but misses the Remnant. And now they've got some pretty big damage on him. Has another step, but can't use it in time.
All right, so I was watching some of General's games when he was playing this Void Spirit, when they were playing the close qualifiers. That was a General suiciding to save V-Tune. Because that all started because he threw the Lance onto the Nyx Assassin, and it got Carapace, because he thought General was going to jump on the Nyx. And anyway, like that's how he plays this hero, is that he'll try and just make a ton of space to make sure that his carry gets out. V-Tune should have died there, I think, if he didn't jump back there.
I see.
And then he just tries to escape after, right, with all his wily Void Spirit ways.
Phoenix almost caught bottom, but again, they don't have the damage to find the kill. Now Weehaw comes in onto Iceberg, but General here again. Weehaw needs to be careful. That's a BKB popped by Iceberg. This Timbersaw is falling fast. Does have a couple of reactive charges, but now V-Tune's here. They will indeed find that Timbersaw. Great hook shot on 2. Cogs to follow up from Roger. Now GH in Mind Control in big trouble. He'll get the Carapace for a reset. Mind Control, no chance to live. And this is looking like 3 on the sideline from Nigma. GH, no chance. One more fiery sword. Give it to him, Iceberg! All right, this is turning out to be quite the chase. Another stun from GH.
But he's got no way out.
I mean, he's got Tranquil Boots, Trent. He's got CP Scroll and 10 mana. Another Carapace, and he will burn. Finally, the bug falls.
Roger is slowly improving his data points here, right? He misses 2 hook shots, but then he hits 2 heroes with a 3rd one. So soon he'll be back up to averaging a hero per hit.
Well, wait till he gets this Ag in him, buddy. Then he's going to have even more hook shots.
I guess a hero per cast. That is true. I love the eggs, man.
Yep, it's
now here. Well, okay, never mind.
Weehaw. Is he in trouble here? He's got some friends. Looks like he'll be fine. Phoenix gonna hop away. B-Tune's starting to get a little bit out of control, though. He's top of the net worth by a good margin. 4K net worth lead overall for Na'Vi right now. This is a hell of an opening series for this squad. They do dust GH, but I'm not sure if they saw it. I don't think they actually had vision of him. What is General up to right now?
I think he's going Yules. Oh, I guess
he is going Yules.
A really low HP Miracle farming a camp.
Oh my gosh, he does have that ward up there, so I guess he knows relatively safe. Miracle, He doesn't know about this. General, can he find this solo kill? Mind Control comes in to try to save the day. Gonna be close, but General does get the kill, and now the follow-up from Roger. They're also gonna get Mind Control. General does pay with his life, but he sets up a huge kill. Iceberg drops the Doom, deploys it onto Weehaw, uses his BKB. Roger does fall, but the Phoenix Egg goes off. Big chase onto Weehaw, and back at the Tier 1, it's RMN versus Always Want to Fly. TP will save RMN.
Weehaw just did not get enough this game. After that laning stage and getting the Atos, he could not find enough plays and kills. Partially because of how much pressure they were just like chasing Miracle. They like weren't fighting Weehaw, because of course, why would you want to fight Timbersaw? They sacked towers to just hunt the jungle and ruin Miracle's game.
Yeah. I mean, that right. Ooh, we're going to see Phoenix maybe in some trouble. Mind Control comes in and
got the D ward.
Gets the D ward, but still falls. PL's here, does have some support from the Doom, but a Tier 1 still standing down bottom. What a great play from General, though. They get this deep ward down and just sort of thinking, you know, Arc Warden's probably going to be farming this triangle at some point. Let's see if we can set up a gank.
Yeah.
Great game sense.
But what is the plan now for Navi? We still haven't roached. I mean, that's going to be on the menu here pretty soon. Unfortunately for them, Weehaw's the one to find the DD. Obviously pretty damn good on a hero like PL who just buys Agi.
Yep. PL has the Manta coming out. So now really at this true fighting point where his damage output is scary. And yeah, I'd agree. Next victorious fight, let's see a Roshan. I think a better question is, what's the game plan for Nigma right now?
Yeah, I mean, we all know that there's some pretty late game crazy stuff potential with Arc Warden, but there is still a PL. That's the main issue. It's like, how do you actually deal with this PL with their current heroes? Like, you've got Mind Control, who's a core Tiny, going for like Blink Force Staff.
See, that's
in general though. That's what you do. You get assassination kills like that.
That's a big one. But yeah, I'm worried about this growing dynamic of Navi with 3 cores and Nigma really just with 2. Mind Control doesn't really feel like a proper position 3 in this game. They might set up on Always Want to Fly, though. This would be another nice kill, but he does have a Glimmer Cape, so that buys him some time and should be able to stay safe. Because this Doom has more than recovered. Sort of as you talked about, the lane doesn't really matter that much because you've got Devour and you can make these rotations. He's going to have an Assault Cross coming before too long. Bottom lane again, Always Want to Fly. Surviving the Mortimer Kisses for now. Able to Icarus dive out. Gets off a decent egg, but GH, they'll just TP home. RMN trying to do the same.
All right, good TPs.
Yeah, good try, but not even a stomp on the Doom, so limited options there. EL wants Abyssal Blade for his next item.
Yeah, good choice versus the Arc Warden, right? Another gap closer.
And they kill the double in time. No!
Yeah, they got it. 240 gold per V2.
Okay. Oh, that was the 240. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought it expired just in time. Shot almost catches GH. Stalling with that sentry. The false sense of security there from GH. The sentries just out of range of each other.
Yeah, V2 wants to just push up here though, because like they probably feel that they're really ahead right now, or at least like decently ahead of any sort of initiation from Nigma. And I say that as Iceberg.
Yeah, GH gets initiated on again. BKB comes out from Iceberg. Cookie not going to be enough for the save. Nigma not going to take any more losses here. But this might be what sets up Roche for Navi. And yeah, we've already got V-Tuned in the pit. Meanwhile, in the bottom lane, Mind Control is trying to split push a little.
Still playing Beastmaster down here.
Yeah. Looking like an uncontested Roche, though. Down to about half HP. Enigma just going to let it go. Take the time for this Arc Warden to get some more farm. And with the Midas and now the Mjolnir BOTs, Miracle is closing the gap. His farm is accelerating. Meanwhile, mid, now Weehaw, he's going to be caught burning down so fast from the Sunray.
He's in problem territory at this point, man. Like Sunray and I mean, just the threat of the Infernal Blade still has no dispel.
To me, this is just one more Timbersaw game that follows the predictable formula, buddy. He's so fragile. Now that's a
really
cosmetic.
Wants that Abyssal. What, Teacup Timber?
Exactly, dude. With a big Fragile sticker on the side.
Yeah, okay. Fragile. I say you didn't take French, huh?
Just a hard hero to maintain momentum with. And now this Basher on the PL, it's pretty scary. They will jump in onto the Doom, but he's got a BKB.
Yeah, but he's still diving in, and that thing's running low.
Okay, they always want to fly. That's nice for Nigma. They are finding these little pickoffs, but the Clockwork, he's lurking.
There's still hook shot here, Weehaw. You're crazy.
Yep. And there's still Doom. He misses the hook shot. Somehow Roger threads the needle there in between all of them.
I've lost crowd groan.
They want more. Now GH, he's going to take some big damage. Toss back, a defensive maneuver. It'll be successful.
Dire's bottom tower.
Right, despite his two-man hook shot, Roger is still averaging under one hero per hook shot he throws.
Dire's middle tower.
That one was comical though because there were so many heroes and he somehow just like weaved it in between all of them. I mean,
it's the classic. It's the Mirana arrow, right? Where you're just like, oh, this is gonna hit somebody, so you just throw it in between instead of just aiming at one person.
Yep. But in the end, it doesn't matter that much. They continue to cripple this Timbersaw now, and I mean, not that long ago, I was worried about the 3-core versus 2-core dynamic. Now we're turning into a 3-core versus kind of 1-core type feel. It is this Arc Warden. This is another miracle. We're going to need a miracle kind of a game because he's the only one with net worth topping the charts for the Dire. Well, hook shot. He catches this one, and it's a solo miracle. He's got no buds. Where are your buds?
I think they're out hunting by the looks of it with the smoke.
I mean, that's got to be frustrating because Miracle was in a pretty defensive position. I don't think you're expecting a gank that deep on your side of the map. A little pressure on the tier 3, but it's general in the backside. PH, RMN, 1v2 against the Void Spirit, but reinforcements have arrived, and now they sound the retreat. RMN, he gets chased down. That'll be a 2-0. PH does make it out.
Yeah, they were hunting couriers and trying to cut waves to try and delay, but now the wave is being guarded here. Got one up front and then another one following in behind. And they have Doom in 20. Oh, toss back.
Back to the high ground. BKB from Iceberg, though.
BKB in inopportune situations.
Yeah, it also doesn't seem to matter that much, though, because the Doom is their frontliner outside of the Clockwork.
Yeah, but it's part of it, though. Like, he's wasted, like, 4 BKB charges right now. Think about that.
Define wasted. Because the BKB saved him in most of those situations.
Yeah, but they're so far ahead that he should be getting kills with this BKB, not, like, barely walking away from a fight that they should win. Like, it all comes down to, like, missed hook shots. It's because of missed hook shots and stuff, though, right? Like, those are all adding up. Yeah, this should not be a 11K lead. It should be like 20K.
I think that was a much more damning BKB. That was Miracle's 10-second. It did jack shit. Now he doesn't have buyback. I
would agree.
And they're going to lose these mid barracks. Now there are safety towers in the side lane, so at most it's going to be 1 lane of barracks. But Nigma in big trouble here. Navi pressuring the high ground hard. General playing ring around the rosy as his team goes to finish off barracks. They do actually jump in to commit on General. They find that kill. Iceberg a little bit low. Nigma making a decent hold, but now mind control falls, and they do use the Doom to finish off Weehaw. Buyback used by the Tiny, but not available for the Timbersaw. Back to the barracks we go. Another wasted BKB from Iceberg, but oh wait, Tread, he's still alive! Oh my gosh, it's a dieback on mind control.
Dire's middle barracks.
All I'm saying is, you want to know how comebacks happen? Because of stuff like that. It's the little things you chip away at. I still think they're gonna win, clearly, but that's how it happens. You know, suddenly Miracle's this huge problem. You're like, well, why does he do so much damage now? So, well, 'cause we have no BKBs left. We used them all on no kills and missed opportunities.
Tough game for Miracle, though. He has farmed well despite all this, but they have been picking on him something fierce. Navi definitely have a good strategy at handling this Arc Warden.
Yeah, imagine like how much more broken this Clockwork pick would work if he'd been hitting all the hook shots.
Yes.
Rogers hit like under half of them, and the hero's just been busted this game.
Hey, these are intimidation hook shots, all right? You hear it, you freak out. It's just getting in their heads.
I think it baits them in. They hear, oh, there's no hook shot, go.
Ah, I see. Okay.
That's the strat. He's just firing off the starter pistol.
2 big items, though. The Heart now out on Doom, and also the Abyssal out on the PL.
GH just ran next to these guys and stole the bounty.
And Miracle's dead again. That BKB, just a non-factor. PL, so effective. They also get Weehaw. Nigma trying to make a final hold here at this bottom tier 2. RMN... he's going to get chased down, and it is just a massacre. They've got
I think
protection.
V2 must be like the only guy that gets excited when he sees a really good PL game. Because I feel like he was psyched this game.
I bet. And he played it well. I still think this Hooded Defiance was a key piece of what made it look so easy. You know, he had to fight in that window of the game when the Timbersaw was still relevant, and they had just enough magic damage that you could see this PL feeding after trying to fight with Diffusal, but he immediately beefed up with all that extra regen and magic resistance, and they just couldn't kill him. He's 8-0-5, and 15 rather. V2 has been very active, got involved early on, and they could not kill him.
Yeah, when he rotated mid for that fight, around like after the T1 hit collapse, that was really nice. It's like what helps set up his good game. Really though, General and Rogers, much flack them giving him. They've helped this game so much, slowing down Miracle.
Yeah, now Mind Control, he's going to fall again. This could be close to the final fight inside of the Dire base. They're all being relegated back to the well. The Cookie might be enough to save Miracle. The Doom actually not going to finish off Timbersaw either, but they get RMN. They also get another lane of barracks. Navi one step closer to a 2-0 victory to start off their quest here in Dota Pit Europe Season 3. They get Miracle. They're about to get GH. And that's 4 down without buyback.
Oh, the crowd. Navi. No, oh, I can hear them. Finally, the team is doing it.
The Russian commentators are going crazy right now. Yeah, seriously. The org certainly happy. That's for sure.
Yeah, the org picks you up. You got to flex a little bit. We have more where that came from, says V2.
Whoa.
Oh, well, let me see. Show me in the rest of this upper bracket, because ladies and gentlemen, that's where Navi is staying.
Well, it is double elim, so Nigma fans, don't worry. They're in the lower bracket now, not eliminated, but Navi fans rejoice. Upper bracket round 2, here we come. Great showing. Fantastic execution. Convincing 2-0 as well.
Yeah, not even just like game 1. I will say I do believe that was like a little experimental. I'll give it to them. This was not. This was just a straight up Nigma draft, right? Pretty common heroes, and they just got kind of outdrafted and then outplayed as well. I think Navi looked great from the outset, and they countered a lot of the plays and the rotations. They gave nothing to this Timbersaw. That was such a huge part of this game for Navi. Yes, we all just it felt like he did things right, but then there weren't the right opportunities for him. And this offlane Tiny also just didn't